This video will show you how to use the resources listed on Course Connect. To access these resources, first turn on your editing. Next, scroll down to where you want to add your content and click Add an Activity or Resource. Scroll all the way to the bottom of the page and you can see your Resources tab. We're going to start with a URL. First, give your URL a name, and then access your link and paste it into the external URL box. You can add a description if you want, and you can display the script description on the course page. Under Appearance, you can choose how your URL is displayed. It can automatically display, you can embed the link, you can open the link in a new page, or you can open the link in a pop-up. I'm going to select Open Link in a pop-up, and then simply save and return to course. Now, when students access your link from the front page, it will open in a separate box. Next, click Add an Activity or Resource again, scroll all the way to the bottom, and we're going to add a page. We want to give our page a name, and then a description if you would like, but we want to add our page contents in the second box here. A page is a good way to display a small amount of information that you want your students to know, but for larger amounts of information we have books, which I will show you about later. Again, you can display the page description on the main page if you want to. Now your students can click into your page and all of the information is available for them. If you return to your course, scroll down, add an activity or resource. Next, we're going to add a label. A label is a really good way to add information to the front of your page so that students have direction from the very beginning. This text will display on the very front page of your course. It's easy to move the text around, so you can add it to the very top of your module. So it's the first thing that students see. It's a good way to add directions for how students should use the resources you've posted below. Now if we add another activity or resource, we're going to look at IMS content packages. You probably don't have access to an IMS content package, but if you do, this is where you would add one. An IMS content package is an international standard for simple learning content that is created by an authoring software. It can be reused in different systems without conversion. This means that an IMS content package is basically an interactive PowerPoint with a table of contents that students can access within Course Connect without leaving the site. So we give our IMS content package a name, a description if we choose, and we can also choose to display the description on the course page. Then you simply choose your file, and save and return to course. Now students can click on your content package from the front page, and then without leaving Course Connect, they can access the content you've posted for them. Now we're going to return to the course, add an activity or resource, and I'm going to skip up to File and then go down to Folder again. So let's add a file, give our file a name, a description if we want to, and you can also display this description on the course page. To add a file, you can either drag and drop or click on the Add box. Click Choose File and upload this file. then save and return to course. I'm going to move our file down to our resources module. And when students click on your file, it opens in a different page. Next, I'll show you how to add a folder of files. If you have multiple files that you want students to view and you don't want to clutter up the front of your Course Connect page, this is a good function for you to use. To add a file, click on the File folder icon. Give your folder a name. Click on the folder and click to add files. If you hold down Control, you can select multiple files at once, or you can select files individually and upload them. So now that I have a few files, I'm going to scroll down, and you can choose to show your subfolders expanded, or you can have students expand them themselves. I think it's easier to have them expanded already so that students can easily access the files. Now when students click into your folder, they can see all of the files you want them to see. And if we return to our course, click Add an Activity or Resource. The last function we're going to look at is the book. The book is a good way to combine multiple pages of content if you don't want to overwhelm students and have them look at everything on one page. So we're going to give our book a name. We can give it a description if we want to, and we can display this description on the course page. You can choose your chapter formatting. It can be numbers, bullets, or indented. And your style of navigation. Images means there will be pictures of arrows for them to navigate with. Text means that they will be able to click on the name of the next chapter. And table of contents only means that there will only be a table of contents on the right side of the screen. So I'm going to select text, and then save and return to course. This creates the shell for your book. To add pages to your book, click on the book, and it brings you directly to your first chapter. So we add a name, add some content, and then save changes. So this is the first chapter of our book. If you look over to the right side of your screen, you'll see the chapter listed with icons underneath it. The gear icon will let you edit this chapter. The trash icon will let you delete this chapter. The eye icon will let you hide this chapter. And the plus icon lets you add a new chapter. So we're going to add a new chapter. In this chapter, I want to add an image, so all I do is click on the image icon. I also want to add some text underneath my image. And that's all I need for this chapter, so I'm going to save changes. So as you can see, our image is at the top and our information is at the bottom. And when we chose text for our chapter navigation, that's what this looks like. So if I want to go back a chapter, I simply click the previous chapter button. And you can add as many chapters as you want, and you can rearrange your chapters too by using this arrow icon. So now this is chapter 1 and this is chapter 2. So let's return to the course. As you can see, all of your resources are now available on the front of your course page. This has been how to add resources to your course page.